Oh, you are f***ing me. Hi folks, I'm Doug at Dizzy Lizzie's, and yes, it's that time of year where I get phone calls and it's, hi, you service my machine and now it doesn't start, but I haven't used it in 3 months, or people ringing me up, oh, I put the machine away, it was running beautifully, 3 months later, I go to start it, it pops, it farts, it doesn't want to run. And the reason for it is the fuel in the float bowl's gone off. And what I'm going to go through you is ways of draining the fuel out of your float bowl instead of having to ring me up and get charged 30 odd quid. And also I'll show you what to check out to see if there's muck in your carburettor. That definitely means you've got to give me a call, because I need to put it for the ultrasound. There are 4 main types of carburettor that I come across. There are others, but these are the ones that I come across. It's the primer bulb type carb, Quantum type carburettor with a float bowl like that. You then got the Honda and Briggs and Stratton carburettors with those type float bowls. And then you've got the plastic carb. Now, with these type carburettors, when you take this out, in the top of the fuel tank, there's a little float bowl there which holds petrol, and then it gets sucked up through the main jet there. But what happens is when you hit the primer bulb, fuel gets sucked up here, goes into the float bowl, and then it gets sucked up into the carburettor. So what that means is that inside there, that's where I find the fuel has gone off. So I had it recently, the other day. Customer comes in, he's got one of these carburettors, he's hit the primer bulb about 15 times and it still won't start. I then pressed it 5 times and off it run. What had happened? He'd pumped it up to get most of the crappy fuel out, but if he had pumped it a couple more times, he would have got fresher fuel in there, or enough fuel so it started, and then it would have pulled in more fresh fuel from the tank to refill what's in the float bowl, and therefore fresh fuel means it will start when it's cold. Also, one of the advantages I like about these is if you put that up against there, you can see that that pickup is a little bit off the top of the bottom. And that means if the water appears in here and other muck, you've got that much gap for it to build up in before it starts being sucked up into this. And then you've got a filter on the end, which quite often I have to clean out. The next one is what you normally find on the Briggs and Stratton carburettor. Now, to drain the fuel out of this, well, to be honest with you, very rarely do these actually pack up or get mucky in them. And what it is that the only time I've only ever seen these with what I call gel and frog spawn or something like that in there. Out of the 15 years I've been doing this, I've seen probably 4, and that's been within the last 2 years. So maybe they were using E10 and it had been left around for a while. But normally when you take the float bowl off of here, you drop it down, make sure you've clamped the fill, and you can then clean out the float bowl to make water, to get the water out of it. Sometimes I find water in there, but these will still run. It's only when it really gets full up of water do they pack up for some reason. And to undo these, there's a 13 or half-inch bolt at the bottom. You undo that and some of the fuel will come out, but it's not the bit that's on the side there. You then got to gently move that and the float ball will come out. Now, one of the things you've got to be special about and careful about is when you come to fit it in on. I'll just get a socket to take it off to show you. What happens with the float bowl is people don't put it on straight, so it'll be on the middle, it'll be slightly askew, and what happens is they then tighten the bolt up, and you see that's not fitted properly, but they then tighten the bolt up, and when it gets tight they just carry on tightening it up until it becomes tight, and then put some fuel into it and it then leaks. So they take it off, realise it's not been sat properly, reapply it, yes, no problem, it's sitting there lovely on there, put the bolt in, tighten it up, and it leaks from here. The reason for it is, when they tightened up the bolt, they actually pushed this section here, where the bolt attaches to, up. And that means that when that tightens up against the bolt, this lip is touching the seal, but it's not pressed against the seal, so it allows fuel to come out. And the simple answer to that is take the float bowl off and gently tap that back down till it's low enough so that when you put it on there on the bottom of the carburetor and then tighten it up, that will then clamp on there. Also, another thing I do is, quite often they come with fibre washers, I put a copper washer on there. You get a better seal, and it won't, if you over tighten or tighten it up, the fibre washer will splay out and break up, the copper washer won't. Right, pardon me. The next one is, pardon me, the Honda and Briggs type carburetors. Now, these ones always seem to me collecting the muck. They will always end up the ones, you take them apart and they've got gel in them, they've got rust in them, they've got all sorts of other muck on them. But occasionally, as I said, if it's been parked up for 3 months, it might be just the fuel's gone off. So on these type carburetors, you can see there's 2 bolts. There's one which tightens the float bowl to the carburetor, and then you've got this one here which you can undo just simply using a 10mm spanner or a 10mm socket. Undo that, turn the fuel tap off if it's got fuel on it, then you can drain all the muck out of there and maybe quickly just tip it up. So just get that last bit out of there. Sometimes you might put a spray of carb cleaner to give it a quick wash out, but basically that's what you undo to drain that. Also, one of the things I suggest you do is you find a clear container that can pour the liquid into. Whenever you're doing these carburetors to drain them, you pour it into there. That way you can see if it's bad fuel because it looks like tea, but also see if you can see lumps of stuff in there, because if you've got lumps of stuff in there, the carb needs a clean because it's got gel and other stuff. The other carburetor that goes on the Hondas and Briggs just has the 10mm bolt there at the bottom. So again, 10mm spanner, undo it, but be careful because again it's what's holding the float bowl in the position. So you can undo it a bit, but always when you come to put it back together again, make sure that this the float bowl is seated squarely on the seat, and then tighten it up. Don't over tighten it, fingers and not fists, literally just needs a nip up. And again, sometimes I put a copper washer in, there to replace the fibre one. Now these plastic carburetors, there is an Allen key at the bottom, and if you can get underneath it, you can again clamp the fuel, undo that, and it will let the fuel come out. Again, collect it. Very rarely do I find gel and muck in here, but sometimes they do need a clean, and so it's just easy enough to, you know, undo that, clean it off, and see if you need to get the clean the carburetor, because it's basically water and muck. Now, if you can't do that, this week recently I had a Toro lawnmower come in, and excuse me, it had a plastic carburetor on it. Now, what I did was, it wouldn't start, so to test that it was running okay, I used a shot of Easy Start. What happened? Did it just start and then stop? No, it started and carried on running. It's because the Easy Start was enough to get the engine going, so it could start sucking up the bad fuel, which then, because the engine was up to a fast enough RPM, could actually handle running it. Now, all I said, just a quick squirt of Easy Start, and to run that bad fuel through, and to confirm that what I thought might happen, is I then cut my front lawn, and then my next door neighbour cut their back lawn with this lawnmower, and it now starts on the second pull. So I didn't have to clean the carburetor out. All it was is there was bad fuel in this float bowl, and by running it, it basically sucked up the fuel that was bad, got fresh fuel into it, and that way it saved a carb clean and got the machine running. This carburetor on this machine here, customer brought it in, he took the float bowl off, and as you can see, there's muck around there. This is a single bolt one, and there's muck in there. Now he thinks he took it off and damaged the seal, which it's not even there, so I will have to replace it, so obviously he's lost it. But also what can happen is the float needle either jams or gets muck into it, and then that will just cause the carburetor to basically flood. If that happens, then it definitely needs a carb clean. And also, because of that muck, sometimes you've got these little jets and they get plugged up. So that's another time for a carb clean. And then on these you've got an emulsifying tube, which on a Honda with the option for choke, if you have to run it only on choke, and as soon as you take it off choke, hunts up and down or doesn't run properly or dies, it's because this is blocked up. So that'll need to come in for a complete carb clean. So anyway, I hope that was helpful and will help you get your lawnmower going without having to call me or somebody else to come and fix it. If you liked it, please hit the like, and if you've liked it even better, please hit the subscribe button. It's much appreciated. So until the next video, folks,